2 episodes of Meghan's podcast failing miserably. Dan Hodges slammed Meg for producing rubbish. Meghan has found herself in the public eye repeatedly over the last few weeks, as the Duchess broadcast the first 2 episodes of her podcast series and took part in an interview for US outlet The Cut. Writing on Twitter, commentator Dan Hodges put forward his opinion: "It's actually quite funny how Meghan and Harry keep playing social media liberals for fools. They know they can come up with any old rubbish, and liberal opinion will have their backs." Her interview with The Cut saw Meghan discuss her and Prince Harry's decision to step back from the royal family and her continuing responsibilities as a public figure. Meghan told interviewer Alison P. Davis that she is conscious girls still see her as a real-life princess. She said, "It's important to be thoughtful about it because, even with the Oprah interview, I was conscious of the fact that there are little girls that I meet and they're just like, oh my god, it's a real-life princess." The Duchess added, "I just look at all of them and think, you have the power within you to create a life greater than any fairy tale you've ever read. I don't mean that in terms of you could marry a prince one day. I mean you can find love. You can find happiness. You can be up against what could feel like the greatest obstacle and then you can find happiness again." Ms. Davis noted Meghan's ambitions for herself, and the little girls who look up to her, are more than to marry into a position. In the first 2 episodes of her podcast, Meghan spoke with tennis player Serena Williams and pop star Mariah Carey. The first episode saw Meghan and Ms. Williams discuss motherhood, pregnancy, and the labels which try to limit women's capabilities. In the second episode, Ms. Carey and the Duchess of Sussex explored the stereotype attached to the label diva. Meghan has faced some criticism in the wake of her latest interview, with commentator Niall Gardner saying the tremendous grace and selflessness of the Duchess of Cambridge are the antithesis of Meghan. The source said, "The royal family is disappointed by Meghan Markle's latest comments in The Cut magazine and on her podcast. They are distressed that after stepping back from the royal family, claiming a need for privacy, she continues to publicize family matters in public." Meghan's comments, particularly to The Cut, where she spoke more about why she left in part due to relentless tabloid abuse, include her revealing she didn't sign anything legally barring her from talking about her experience as a duchess. "I can talk about my whole experience and make a choice not to," she said, adding she hasn't yet because she's still healing. Despite stepping back from her working senior royal family role in 2020, Meghan is still written about and scrutinized near daily by the British tabloids. Look no further than the Daily Mail's or the Express's Meghan Markle subject pages to see their prolific coverage and negative headlines. The royal family has never said anything publicly since Meghan married into the family about the press's treatment of her, even when it privately decimated her mental health. Meghan ended her The Cut interview by saying there's room for forgiveness between her and the royals, and that she has done them a favor by not saying more. "I think forgiveness is really important. It takes a lot more energy to not forgive," she said. "But it takes a lot of effort to forgive. I've really made an active effort, especially knowing that I can say anything."
Thank you.